Hello and welcome to this segment of the importance of walking in the Spirit. Well, I'm coming today just to encourage my fellow believers as we are observing all the things that are going on in our world today. So many crises, losses of life, sickness, famines, disease, new diseases, so much going on. And as I talk to believers, I find that often they are getting distracted by what's going on in the world. Well, because we have the Holy Spirit, He's not surprised about anything, and He will guide us in these tumultuous times. All we have to do is to continue to ask Him, Holy Spirit, what should I do? We're going to run into things that are going to trouble us and things that are going to touch our own personal lives. But because we have the awesome Holy Spirit living on the inside of us, we'll be able to handle anything that comes our way. What a comforting thought that we are not guided and directed by what's going on in the world, but we can be guided by the Holy Spirit. He will tell us exactly what to do and when to do it. You have to be paying attention, though. You have to be listening. We have to be asking Him. We have to listen for His voice. Because I know from experience the Holy Spirit is speaking to us all the time. That's what He was sent to do. Jesus said He was sent to lead us and guide us into all truth. Well, how can He lead us and guide us into all truth if He's not talking to us? The issue is not that He's not doing His job. It's that we're often not listening or distracted by what's going on around us. But I am comforted today to know, as I read the news, as I listen to the news, as I listen to all the problems and the issues that people are dealing with, I am comforted because I know the Holy Spirit will always give me the right perspective and how to view life. He is the one that shows me how to maintain my joy in the midst of sorrow, how to be encouraged when the enemy wants to discourage me. I'm not superhuman. I have issues like everyone else, but I don't have to deal with these things by myself. I have someone who I can talk to and who I can ask to guide me. Because I tell you, sometimes things are coming so fast and furious, they sometimes catch me off guard. But all I do is when I begin to feel overwhelmed, or I begin to feel the weight of the world and the weight of things that are going on, I just say, Holy Spirit, what should I do? Holy Spirit, guide me. Many times we're thrown off by relationships that go awry. That used to be a big one for me. I wanted all of my relations to be good and to stay the same. And I wanted people to come into my life and we help one another. And my goal every day is, who can I help? Who can I encourage? But so often I didn't get in return. But I'm okay with that now because the Holy Spirit showed me how to deal with that. He said, Joyce, just continue to do good. Continue to encourage others. Because I know when you encourage others, you get encouraged. But if you start thinking negative about how people are responding to and treating you and what you're going through, then your feelings will become negative. The devil can send you to a place of depression if you begin to focus negatively on what's going on with you and respond in a negative manner. But I thank God today. I'm yet have my peace. I have my joy because I am looking to the Holy Spirit to guide me in my thinking and my responses to life. There is so much going on, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. But we that have the Holy Spirit, we don't have to be thrown off. We don't have to become distracted and feeling down and out. But we can be the encouragers. We can be the one to tell the world Jesus is the answer. And he has given us his Holy Spirit. As I was studying my Bible this morning in the book of Romans, chapter 8, and in that chapter, it talks about the fact that we that have the Holy Spirit have the glory of God living in us. Oh my God. The enemy doesn't want us to focus on that. We have the glory of God. We have the power of God. We have the character of God living in our spirit. That's why Jesus told the disciples, don't go anywhere until the Spirit comes. Because he knew when the Holy Spirit is in us, we are unstoppable. We may have moments, but we will not be moved. We will not stop. We will be kingdom builders. And that's what I think about every day of my life. How can I continue to build his kingdom, even in these tumultuous times? And he gives me strategies. He gives me direction. He gives me assignments. And I get focused on that. And I see God touching people's lives and transforming people's thinking, impacting this world with the gospel every day. I'm looking for God's plan and God's direction. I just come today to encourage someone. Don't let what you see going on in this world distract you from doing kingdom work. All we have to do is continue to depend on the Holy Spirit. We are not in this fight alone. Jesus sent us a helper. And in Romans chapter 8, it's clear that he gave us everything we need. He said also, though, he said, but if you're going to glory, have my glory, then you must be willing to suffer as well. See, often we want the glory, but we don't want any suffering. But the glory of the Lord, when we begin to operate in the power and the wisdom of God, know that the enemy is going to do everything he can to distract you, to discourage you. That's his job. But we have what we need to defeat the enemy. Yes, there'll be battles. Yes, there will be times where we feel like the load is so heavy, but the Holy Spirit will come in and strengthen us and encourage us, and we can keep on running the race that God has given us. Because Paul said, we got to run the race till the end. Well, I want you to know that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not letting anything that I see stop me. I don't know what tomorrow holds. God bless us. But you know what Paul said? He said, I've learned in whatever state I'm in to be content. I'm content today because I know that I am in the will of God. Saints of the Most High God, I encourage you today. Don't get focused on what's going on in this world. Don't get distracted. Remember who resides in you, the glory of the Lord, the Spirit of the living God, of the Creator of the universe is dwelling on the inside of you. And he is all that we need because nothing throws him off. Nothing can stop the power of God. I'm so glad today. So be encouraged. Continue to walk in the Spirit. Continue to be led by the Spirit in all that you do and say. These are exciting times. I told someone the other day, yes, they're challenging, but they're exciting. because this is the opportunity to witness for God and display his power in these tumultuous times. I love the Lord for being in my life and having his spirit dwelling on the inside of me. The glory of the Lord is in me. His character is in me. I'm not thrown off by what the world has and its values, but my values are based on the Spirit of the living God. And that's always going to be something that makes a difference in the world or in someone's life. It will bring life, not death. I thank God today. So I encourage you, sisters and brothers, do not get weary. Continue to be led by the Spirit in all that you do. Keep walking in the Spirit. God bless.